All right, and we're live. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another live stream. Welcome to a DC Super Friends Team-Up. I'm joined by the one, the only, the Kryptonian Collector, one of the DC ambassadors and collection icon himself, Asoka The Geek. Thank you for joining us, man.
Pacifica, thank you for that introduction, bro. Seriously, that was beautiful. The Kryptonian Collector. That's not even one of my names. I'm gonna take it, dude. Yeah, that's great. Pacifica, thank you for hosting this beautiful, live stream. I love the setup. I love the Just League Unlimited background. Little tangent already. That's the one line that I want to collect that I haven't collected.
Oh, really?
Is the Mattel DC Unlimited collection based on the cartoon. They're like little 5-inch figures, and they made a ton of them, and they went super deep. But they're like, I just never got into it, and now like I want to get them, but it's like I don't have any room for it. You know what I mean? It's like
you mean to tell me in this illustrious DC collection you don't have the 5-inch Justice League Unlimited?
I used to have more of them, but then I sold them because I mean I go back and forth. I try to focus only on like 5 to 7-inch or 9-inch scale figures, but then I always contradict myself because I started collecting these Marvel Legends.
The 3 1/4,
dude. But these are awesome because they're retro, which I dig, and then they're only like $11. They don't take up a lot of space, but I don't know if you can see it there, but I already have like a little collection brewing in the background there. So I love those, bro. I'm glad McFarlane is doing a similar scale. I don't think they're in scale, but
the page punchers.
The page punchers, but I think they're like 3-inch scale, so they're not. You won't be able to. They won't fit the Marvel. Yeah, dude. I mean, I get it because Spin Master probably has the license for like anything above 3 inches. So yeah, I don't know.
I have one of those 3 1/4-inch Marvel Legends. It's for my Avengers display. I use it for Ant-Man. So I was like, okay, cool. If anything, Ant-Man will stand smaller.
Dude, that is brilliant.
And I do again appreciate you coming on here. And like I mentioned, in my opinion, like it's nice to see you and a few others I mentioned before as like one of like the DC ambassadors in the collection community. And one of them is Mr. Rob Dunbar, who's in the chat right now.
There he is, Rob Dunbar.
The Blockbuster shirt. Yeah, man.
Look at that guy. Dude, Rob Dunbar is I think the best looking action figure collector out there, if you ask me. You know what I mean? I'm married, guys. I'm married. So I'm just saying. But I mean, he's a handsome guy, dude. Go look at his profile. Look at this guy. Disgusting.
Yeah, he says he has a few of the Justice League Unlimited figures. So
I know he does. He showed me. He's teased me with them.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like it's interesting on this one because usually it's you on the other side, right? Like
I do, yeah. I don't do as much as I used to the interviews and stuff, but dude, I prefer this because you're doing the heavy lifting. I just get to blabber on, my thoughts.
I will say this though, and like this is I didn't mention this before. We like chopped it up before we went live. My first introduction to you was actually I saw your interview with Todd at Toy Fair 2020.
Oh, dude!
I was like, sweet, somebody's interviewing McFarlane for the DC Multiverse line. I was like, all right, sweet.
Oh, man. That was great.
Out there, grinding for the DC collectors. So that was pretty cool.
Dude, that was I appreciate that, man. That was great. I mean, that was my first. I mean, first of all, I was like, can you curse during these things, or is that?
Yeah, feel free to, man.
Like, I was like, first of all, what the fuck, dude? I'm just a collector, and I get to interview Todd McFarlane. Like, dude, I don't do anything. I just take pictures of my action figures, and like somehow I parlayed that into like going to meet him. It was ridiculous, dude. I was doing it, and I'm like, how did I almost didn't even do it because it was in New York. So I'm like, man, I can't really justify spending the cost. I don't make money off any of the stuff I do on social media, really. So I'm like, but then my buddy's like, dude, you got to do it. Are you crazy? It's Todd McFarlane. You get to like talk to him one-on-one in person. So yeah, that was amazing, dude. And it was great just to be at Toy Fair like before. That was like 2019.
That was right before.
Dude, I was sick during that time, so I'm sure I had COVID back then. But it was great to be there, dude. Just like I've been following Toy Fair for like, I don't know, 15 years. So to be one of those guys I see there, it was fantastic, dude. It was pretty cool.
That sounds awesome. And yeah, I always consider that like right before everything went to the pandemic. Right. It's like that was the last convention. Well, it's not a convention, but like last fair.
I know, man.
And speaking of, like I always mention this, speaking of like one of those DC collector icons, we have another one joining us by surprise.
Oh, Rob the Toys. Look at this little guy, dude. There he is, bro. Oh my gosh. Rob, how you doing, sir? I talked to him a few hours ago, honestly.
Oh, really?
You know, you look this little hussy man. He didn't tell me he was gonna be popping on, dude.
Hey man, how's it going?
It's good, dude. How you doing? It's late over there, bro. It's 9:30. You know,
That's not that late. It's fine.
Man,
I didn't know I was gonna be on this early, man. Come on.
Oh, my bad, dude. I
was about to tell him 7:30. I'm like, yeah, I can do it at 6:30. I get a little sleepy at 7:30. I start to fade. This energy you see, it's very phony. It starts to, it starts to crack in about an hour. You know, so there you go.
Well, I mean, if you want to, Rob, feel free to hang around. I just was like, cool. It's like, oh, Rob's already here.
Bring him on, dude. You know,
I don't want to rain on anybody's parade.
Hey, don't be silly, Rob. I'd love to keep you on, dude. But if you gotta go, you got things to do. I know.
No, I was just gonna watch and chat. That's all. But
all right.
You want me to take...
Yeah, he likes to watch, but it's fine.
All right, fine, Rob.
Fine. You know.
There
he goes. Kicked him out. Oh, he's back again.
He said so. What did you say before?
I said you can always tag me back in at the end.
Yeah, right, we'll tag him back in. The conversation leads us to Rob. Then we'll bring him back, dude. If we want a photography class on how to take amazing pictures.
Exactly.
I keep telling Rob, you can't give away his secrets, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
we're the opening act, Rob. We're waiting. You're the main event, man. So we'll
I know, right? It'd be awesome if Pacifico was kind of a dick and kicked me out. It's like, you know what? I'd rather talk to Rob at this point. You know, it's like, oh, okay.
Well, all right. Well, we'll do a hot tag at the end of this, Rob.
There he is, dude. Bye, buddy.
But it's a nice cameo by Rob. So, out of like curiosity, what first got you into like collecting specifically DC figures? Because I know I've seen your shed tour. I've seen the Star Trek ship, and I've seen a bunch of other stuff like your graded comic books. But more specifically, like DC figures. What got you into that?
Yeah, dude. So like, I'm old, dude. I'm 42. So my first superhero movie was Superman, Christopher Reeve. Much of the folks from the 80s. This is their introduction to everything, man. Like the Superman the movie is my introduction to comic books, my introduction to movies in general. So this is who got me into DC. So I saw the movie as a kid, always a huge Superman fan. And then I just started picking up DC comics because Superman was in DC and I loved Batman as well. And then I just really, I loved Marvel also. I mean, I watched all the Marvel shows. I read Marvel comics. I just gravitated more to the DC characters, specifically Superman and Batman. So you just sort of like, it's like picking a sports team, right? Like, I don't know, there's the Lakers and the Clippers, but for whatever reason, you just gravitate to one more than the other. So yeah, dude, I just went deep on DC, dude. Like, I just love DC. I love all the characters. I love all their obscure characters. And then with the collecting, dude, it's like I just never grew up. Like I never stopped collecting really. Mm-hmm. Like I remember even as a kid, I thought, okay, there will be a point where I'll stop buying toys. And it's never happened. I kept buying toys. I just stopped playing with them. I mean, I don't really play with them anymore, obviously. Maybe occasionally. But, I just never stopped collecting them. And it just went through high school. I got to say, dude, this generation has it so good. Because in the 90s, when I was in high school, this was not cool, bro. Collecting action figures was not cool. Pacifica, how old are you, by the way?
I am 33, going to be 34 this year.
Yeah, I mean, you're not too far off from me, but like,
I know exactly what you mean. Like, inside a minute,
like,
I remember being in third grade, like 97, and I was like, yeah, it's like, you're cool if I like, yeah, he's like, yeah, you're good. It's like, hey, by the way, I have this Power Ranger figure, and they're just like, oh, okay. I'm like, damn, dude, in third grade already, it gets cut off. Dude. Like, that's it.
Yeah, dude, seriously, bro. But nowadays, like, it's so accepted. I remember when I started dating my wife, that was like 2014. Like, obviously, she knew I collected toys and things like that. But I remember I went to a party with her for the first time. It was her friends, and like, they started coming up to me, and they're like, hey, we saw your action figure collection. That's amazing. And I got so self-conscious. I'm like, babe, why are you telling people I collect toys? That's not cool. That's my shame. But to my surprise, people were like interested. They like were they were like, oh, they thought it was like normal. So it's great to be a collector nowadays. I think it's way more accepted.
Oh yeah.
People, I don't know if respect it, but they accept it, and they, most people think it's cool now. So there you go.
Especially nowadays, like I think during the pandemic, I think everyone became a collector again. The nostalgia hit. And then, have you ever gone through a moment though, like when you were collecting throughout the years, where you're just like, I don't want to collect anymore, and just sold off everything? I hit one of those phases when I got to high school, but I still had like figures here and there. Just Like, have you ever gotten cold turkey and just stopped for a second?
It's not really. Like, I did at one point sell a lot of my collection off that wasn't displayed because I was just like, okay, I don't have this stuff displayed. I probably won't display it. A lot of these lines are dead. Like, the Batman the Animated Series, the original line, I had all of those. I had a bunch of like Batman movie figures from the 90s, all like Kenner stuff. I had all of it. I mean, some of it was pretty beat up. This is from my childhood. But I was just like, I don't really need these anymore, but I collect 7-inch figures. So I got rid of that. But I never stopped. Like DC Direct, like I'm looking over at my shelf here. I've been collecting those since 98. Since I was 18. Like, and I never stopped collecting those DC Direct figures. Even now, McFarlane's starting to, starting to do some DC Direct releases. So yeah, I never really stopped. I mean, for 20 years, like consistently. I mean, I went through phases. And this is one thing I will say. Prior to Instagram, there would be lulls where, it'd be like Comic-Con time. I'd buy a bunch of stuff. I'd get in a mood to buy stuff. And then I wouldn't buy stuff for months, right? It would just sort of like, my collection would sit there. It wouldn't grow. I just, I'd buy other stuff or I just lose interest for a few months. But with Instagram now, it's like, it's always top of mind because I'm always taking pictures. I'm always looking at action figures. I have friends like, Rob, like you, who are like into action figures on Instagram. So now I'm just buying stuff all the time. Probably Instagram has made me spend more money than I would have if I didn't have Instagram. So it's very interesting psychology there with that.
Oh, it's definitely heightened up tenfold. Like,
right?
Especially, I mean, yeah, you can see right
Yeah, like
there.
so for you, like you said you had that lull like in high school, and so you sold off everything or you thought about selling off everything?
So I had like what happened was I got into video games. So I had the Sega Dreamcast,
okay.
which by the way, one of my homies from Lonely Fans Podcast is here, Bump That. He's a huge fan of Sega Dreamcast. Yeah, I was into video games, and so at that point I had all my figures, and I told my parents, it's like, yeah, just go ahead and give them away. And like, wow. It was Kenner Batman, it's original Transformers, like the Beast Wars stuff.
I love Beast Wars, bro. That was my show.
Yeah, it was all that stuff. And like when I got into high school, like I would see cool stuff here and there. I'd be like, oh, there's Dragon Ball Happy Meal toys. Let me pick one up, have it on the shelf. I picked up like a random Mega Man figure and stuff like that. But when I really got back was like early 2010s. That's when at that point I was 21. I was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to collect what I like.
Yeah.
Whether it's socially acceptable or not,
There you go, dude. Exactly. And he's doing is a fun little thing. I mean, I wish I had better hobbies, like doing something outdoors or like running. Like my hobby's spending money, bro. That's what I do. I go on eBay. Oh, gee, do I need that Hot Toys figure? I guess I do. So it's tough, dude. I'd have a bigger savings account if I didn't collect action figures.
Right,
so,
exactly.
That's okay. I just gotta make more money. That's all.
Rob said it's in the private chat. He says Rob said like no one likes running.
Oh gosh, look at Rob, dude. He's just a little jokester, dude.
I will ask you this though. So like,
yeah.
So I saw your video, and like for people who are huge OCD people, like when it comes to scaling, I have a shelf of my own where it's like I don't care about scales. It's like stuff either my girlfriend got me or it's like sentimental custom.
Your little knick-knack shelf, right?
Right. But everything else is like in uniform. So like, but with your collection, like you'll put a Mezco with a DCUC or a statue. So that doesn't bother you when you have like.
Well.
Or not bother, you know what I mean? Like
it's like, so I just have so many figures and so many scales, and like given my space constraints, like there's no way, like I have my Beast Kingdom figures grouped together because they don't release many, so I don't get, have many to, it's not a space problem, but everything else is just like McFarlane, dude. They're releasing like a figure a week, right? So like, but then I have all these Mattel figures, I have these DC Direct figures, so it just became like crazy to try keep it all organized, all neat looking. But to me, the way I look at it, it's like in the chaos of having mixed scales, that in itself is a scale, right? Or that in itself is an approach, right? Because it like looks pretty cool once you have all these different scales and sizes. It looks more intentional. So it doesn't look like it's random. It looks like I do intentionally do that. So it works for me. I definitely understand though those CDs. I would prefer. I don't know. Can you see these back here? These Marvel ones?
Oh, here, like, I'll full screen so we can see it a little bit better. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can barely see them, but it's like the 3.75-inch line. I just love they're all the same height and they look so good standing next to each other. Like I prefer that way more than what I have to do. If I had like a bigger shed or way more space, I would definitely do it by, dude, I do it by probably color coordination. I do it by line. It'd be great to actually do it that way. But it's just, the other problem is, dude, like I'm constantly taking figures off my shelf to photograph. Like all the time. I screw up my display daily. I'm moving stuff out of the way, putting stuff back. So there's no like, it changes daily, dude. There's no way to like I can keep track of it. So yeah, that's.
Do you ever get like the bowling pin or domino effect? Like when I'm doing a review, I'm like, all right, let me get this figure, and then one little thing, and just they all fall.
Oh no, dude, not since I got so. Here, I don't want to show the figure yet because we don't. I got the top 5, but I use these stands. They're Kaiser doll stands. So these are metal stands. They're super expensive. These were, when I bought them, they were like $3 a stand. So I bought like, I don't know, 100 or more of these stands. So I don't have any figures falling over anymore because I most of them have a stand, and I have enough of it to where it's created like that 80-20 rule or whatever, like where most of them have stands, the other figures don't fall over. So even when I go in to grab stuff, nothing falls over, dude. I used to, before I got these stands, I'd come in here every morning and there'd be 5 figures on the floor, probably one missing an elbow or a limb, you know. So there you go. Speaking of limbs and elbows and things like that, I always like to know, what is your take on articulation? Because in my comments,
I know you're going with this because
all the time, bro, I see these comments. There's no articulation on that figure. It sucks. What's your take, bro?
So I've seen your interviews, man. I know where you stand on this.
Yeah.
I see it's conflicting because I used to do a lot of stop motion videos, so I appreciate the articulation. But something has to be said for great sculpts that I understand why. You know, there's certain things that doesn't get broken up on the sculpt.
Look at that, dude. Yeah.
And I always keep this one. I told Rob on our podcast live stream that this was like my definitive Batman.
Oh, dude, he's beautiful, bro. Beautiful Batman right there.
I think when it comes to articulation with McFarlane figures, man, it's right where it needs to be. There was, I think it was Lord Bev. He had a photo of Haunt, and it was like, you could see there's the cuts that make it articulated, so you can do dynamic poses. So with all due respect for people that complain about articulation on this, you might not be knowing how to pose the figure.
That's true.
That's my but I do appreciate articulation for like posing for purposes, but I do also appreciate the self presence of the sculpts of these figures, you know?
No, that makes sense. I respect that opinion, dude. And I think you're right. Like McFarlane, I feel has a great level of articulation. Like he does enough articulation so you can still do those poses. But like, you know, it still respects the sculpt above all else. You know what I mean? So, and I get it. If you're making stop motion, if you're making dynamic pictures like Aesthetic One, like these other photographers who do really intense stuff. Yeah, Rob. Oh, Rob needs to do more composites, bro. That's what he needs to do. I don't know. He does beautiful like what we call showcase shots. That's what me and Rob call them. But his composites, dude, he's so talented. This guy. Like, anyways, enough about this guy. But yeah, I just wanted to hear your take on articulation.
But also, like, too, like, I know, like, you weren't talking about specifically McFarlane, but like, since it is the DC line, like, he also listens to the feedback. Like, the area here is like a rubber one, whereas the first wave was all sculpted, so you couldn't really utilize the leg articulation. So it's like it works, you know. But
it does, dude. It does. Even the ball joint on the foot, they've changed for like the newer figures like Godspeed and other ones that I got. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. Even like the munitions pack that he's coming out with to, you know, sort of answer the call for guns for action figures. I mean, it was a great way to get around it. I mean, that was really smart and a nice thing to do, putting it on the site. It's like, that was brilliant. I love the feedback, and he takes it and really listens to people.
Yeah, for sure. So I didn't mean to meander for the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, dude, I love it, dude. I love it.
I do want to hear your top 5 figures in your collection, because you have a collection that spans every single line. I feel like
I do. I really do, man. I have a lot of toys here, bro.
I just really hope Mullet Superman is on there.
So, no, he's dude. There's no way I only have 5. I mean, first of all, I'm playing with Luke Skywalker right here. I'm a fidgeter, bro. So like, I'm always fidgeting with something. You know, even when I'm on work calls and things like that. I do collect Black Series Star Wars, a few of them, but I don't have room to display them, so I just have Luke here. So he's just he's filling around. All right, top 5.
Wait a minute, you're a DC collector. You're not supposed to collect. And
I know, dude. I have a few side hobbies, a few sidelines, as we call them. You know what I mean? Just a few.
Before we
all right. Yeah, go
before
ahead.
we start your list, and then I will showcase Mullet Superman because I picked this up a couple months back, and I still have to open it up. But like,
well, shoot, man. So I don't even have it displayed here. I do have a DC Direct Mullet Superman. That's a custom Mullet Superman.
Mhm.
And damn, it looks great.
Is it custom with a Nick Cage head sculpt?
No. It's dude. I'm not a customizer. All I did was I popped off the head. I don't have that one up either of the black suit Superman from DC Direct with the mullet, and I just put that on the Superman from that line that didn't have a mullet. It looks perfect because it's in the same line. Yeah, dude, I don't customize, bro. I have no talent when it comes to customization or anything like that. But anyways, there you go.
All right, so Mullet Superman out of the way. So let's get started with your number 5, Asoka.
Yeah, let's get so I'm gonna pick one from the Mattel line. So DC Universe Classics from Mattel. That was they had the license before. I'm just fixing it in the here. It popped out a little bit. They had the license before McFarlane. And listen, they weren't perfect, but man, they went deep with their action figures. They brought out some super obscure figures. This one is not that obscure, but this is Nightfall Batman.
Ooh, let's see. Solo layout. Here, let's take a look.
There he is. So this is the Nightfall Batman from the Mattel DC Universe Classic line. And as you can see, this is just a perfect, from the page interpretation of Asbats. The blue, the shininess. It has the ammo coming from the gauntlets. Look how great the gauntlets are.
Was this a collect-to-build figure, or is it?
No. This was just a regular Mattel DC Universe Classic. I don't even remember the wave or anything like that.
Wow.
The other thing is that there's a variant of this that I also have that comes in red. If you're familiar with the comic, in the last issue of Knight's End, it turns red because Bruce Wayne sets it on fire, basically. So they did that version as well. So yeah, this is the perfect Azrael figure in my opinion, Asbats. So look at the blades on the cape or whatever that is. It's especially for me, dude, the 90s is my favorite era of comic books. I was a teenager, so for me that's when I really kind of got really deep into comics. So yeah, this is my number 5, dude, right there. And I also have a Nightfall tattoo there. So I am a huge Nightfall fan. I also have get back into this is the DC Collectibles Asbat Nightfall head statue from their helmet line from a couple of years ago. So I am a huge Azrael fan. So there you go. So these two, I usually display these next to each other, but there you go. It's just a perfect pairing right there. So there you go.
Wow, that looks badass, dude.
All right, so that's number. I mean, I would say number 5 is it's part of the top 5. All right,
it's okay. So no sequential order then.
No sequential order. All right. So what do we got next? Okay, mixing it up. So this is from DC Direct. I posted this a few weeks ago. I'm trying to get the camera right. There's Clark Kent. I am a huge Clark Kent fan. Part of my love for Superman is Clark Kent. I just love the mild-mannered reporter. The goofy, nerdy Clark Kent who's disguised as Superman. I'm very into the classic take of Superman being disguised as a nerdy guy, excuse me, who doesn't get the girl and things like that. So I love this version of Clark Kent. Looks like Christopher Reeve. You can take off the glasses.
Oh, nice.
Reveal Superman.
This is DC Direct, you said?
DC Direct. Yeah, this is DC Direct. I think there's secret files or unmasked line.
Whoa, so the chest piece comes off.
Yeah, it comes off. So
that's pretty cool.
There you go. So there you go. So yeah, that's number 5. Again, purely because I'm such a Clark Kent fan.
Rob said he did love that version of Asbats.
Dude, Rob's got great taste, dude. He's got great taste, my man.
He said he wanted Mattel to do the first suit of Asbats, though.
I do. Yeah, that's true. They didn't do it. They didn't do the first one. I know it's rumored McFarlane is doing a Nightfall wave. I've heard. So I'm really curious.
You got the scoop, Ahsoka. You're in on the what's going on?
Nah, dude. No, man. I don't know anything about anything. I've heard. I've heard as much as you guys have. But that'd be good.
He did say we need more secret identity figures.
We do. Absolutely do. All right, so go on to number 3. We'll mix it up.
Before we move on, so I like that you chose the secret identity, the Clark Kent one.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the SNL skit where The Rock was on there, and he was supposed to be Superman, and they were making fun of him? Yeah. Sorry,
that's brilliant, dude. I love The Rock, dude. We'll talk about Black Adam a little bit later, but yeah, dude. Yeah. The Rock's amazing. So talented, that guy, dude. So talented.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the next one. Who we got?
All right, so mix it up a little bit. This is a newer figure to the collection.
Yes, dude. I missed out on this. I was so mad.
No, dude. There's Dr. Fate. So I am a huge Dr. Fate fan. So I love Dr. Fate. He's just like, he's like the DC's Doctor Strange. I love Doctor Strange as well, but I love these mystical like characters. I love Dr. Fate, since he was in like Superman the animated series. I love the helmet. I love him on Young Justice. And this Mezco, dude, Mezco, I don't like every Mezco figure. I feel like they're a little stubby, but this is like perfect, dude. It's like just a beautiful figure, and it comes with multiple heads. The beautiful stand it comes with. It's just an awesome figure, and it complements this. Let me keep grabbing stuff. So my wife got me this off Etsy. So it's a 3D printed Dr. Fate helmet.
You gonna put it on and do the rest of the
No. My head's too big for this. But it's a little dinged up. I mean, it's like I'm hoping we get an official Dr. Fate helmet now that there's a movie coming out with him in it. I would love more of a glossy one, but just to show you how crazy I am about Dr. Fate.
That's awesome.
Let me put that back. But yeah, this Mezco one, bro, if you can still find this Dr. Fate, I would highly recommend it. Pac, it'd be great. By the way, do people call you Pac for short or?
Yeah, people call you Pac-Man, PacPhotos, whatever you want to call it.
All right, I like Pac. Pac's good, but yeah, I highly recommend this Dr. Fate.
Rob with the hot take saying Fate
That's
is
right,
better
dude.
than Doctor Strange.
I 100% agree with him, dude. He knows what he's talking about.
I've seen a bunch of photos with that. Like, it looks amazing. Like, I saw someone Photoshop the helmet of Fate, like with an unmasked version, and it's like floating. It's like, that looks amazing.
Dude, it's lovely. It's a beautiful figure, dude.
I love the wired cape as well. I think it's amazing.
Oh yeah, the wired cape's awesome. Like, it lights up. Like, oh man, it's just ridiculous. I'm gonna have to take pictures of this.
Even though I'm not an in-box collector, I do like the box art on that as well.
Dude, that's the thing, man. The box art I think is a little ridiculous. Honestly, I wish they gave you an option to not have a box, because as much as I love box art, I love it. I do, but it lasts 2 seconds in the shed. I get it. Oh, cool. Chuck. You know what I mean?
You throw the Mezco box away?
Dude, Mezco's gone. Hot Toys boxes are gone.
Oh my god.
Chuck.
Dude, I wish my my friend Fabio was here. He like you know, you have your books in the background. Yeah. He puts the Mezco boxes on there on the shelf. But dude, you throw the boxes out.
Chuck, bro. Listen, dude. I would love, dude. Space for boxes. I don't even have space for myself in here, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
do you keep the Hot Toys boxes?
No, I chuck them, dude.
Wow.
Yo, straight up, bro. Straight up. You know?
True.
Yeah. Dude, I know these people who save the brown box. Like, first of all, if it's a DC figure, I'm never gonna sell it. Like there's like Marvel, Star Wars. Those are always, hey, I'd sell them and not. I've collected Marvel Legends twice, and twice I've sold them all because I'd rather spend the money on DC figures. But DC figures, I'll never sell them. So I'm like, why do I need to keep the box? For one day when I have to pay for my daughter's like college, I'll sell them all. But I know Rob saves stuff, dude. Rob, dude, he saves stuff.
He just said I save the brown boxes,
dude. And he keeps his shit so pristine. Like, he keeps his figures pristine, the packaging pristine. I'm messy, dude. I lose a lot of shit. Like, the accessories, they're all over the place for these figures. The extra heads. Like, there's too many. I can't keep track of all this.
I guess it's because Rob's got the mansion. He's got the shelf space. He's at the penthouse, dude.
Well, he's like you. You're on the East Coast. Do you have basements over where you're at too, Pac?
Basements? Oh yeah, because you can't have them in Cal.
Yeah, I don't have a basement, bro. I'm out here in my backyard in a shed, for God's sake. You know what I mean? It's a great shed, but Rob's got like a whole 1,900 square feet of basement. It's my whole house, probably. Rob, what's the square footage on your basement, Rob? I want to know.
He's got a separate.
Rob, I want to know what is the square footage on the basement.
So you said like if you want to sell it to like pay for your daughter's college, did she ever come in the shed and be like, "Can I play with this figure?"
No, she comes in here every day because like around 2:00, I take a little break during work, and she comes in here, watches cartoons, and no, she messes around with my comic books. She just likes to take them off and hand them to me like a little game, but she's not into like playing with my toys. She just kind of knows that. Not to touch that stuff. And it's never been a problem. 1,600 square feet, bro. Dude, are you kidding me? 1,600 square feet. My whole house is 1,900 square feet. Anyways, this is getting really nerdy. I'm sorry, bro.
No, you're good.
You're like, when did this turn into adult chat? What are you guys going to talk about? Roth IRAs next? I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. That's interesting to hear that, because I appreciate, because I don't hear many people that throw the boxes out on their Mezcos, let alone hot toys.
Bro,
like,
I don't even save the trading cards for these McFarlane figures or the stands.
Man.
Dude, I don't even take them out. When I do reviews, I don't even bother. Because honestly, I don't care. The trading cards.
Keep these, man.
No, dude, where am I gonna keep those, dude? It just accumulates. You know what I mean? It's just like it's just so much stuff. You know what I mean?
Literally, this small dog just stacking in the corner.
Chuck. You know, dude, I have boxes of like trading cards from the 90s, like, you know, the DC trading cards, the Marvel trading cards, the Batman movie trading cards. They're all great, but like trading cards, I don't display them in any way, right? Yeah. They're like, you know, I'm not gonna get them graded and hang them on my wall. Like, I don't go thumbing through them. Like, they're cool in theory, but like, I don't care, dude. Like, you know, I saved them for a long time. This was like, I felt bad, like I should keep these, but then I'm gonna do them. What am I gonna do with them? You know, so
I'm hoping there's like some sort of like weird like spike of these cards going up in value like years from now.
I mean, listen, as I was saying that, I was thinking about that just now. I'm like, God damn it, this is gonna bite me like in 20 years. All of a sudden, they're like, you know, $100 a card or something.
You know who's not gonna have to worry about the value going up or not is Rob, because he said he's straight up balling, right?
Rob, dude, he's a baller, bro. He's got that 1,600 square feet. He's probably got those cards graded already. CGC. You know, so
boxes. Yeah, dude.
I wouldn't be surprised, dude. Did you see his Aquaman post the other day with his graded Aquaman comics?
Yeah,
jeez, dude. Right. Relax, Rob. Sorry, it's turning the Rob show over here. Yeah. All right, that was 2 down, right?
Yeah, so we had Asbats, and then we had
3 down. I guess we got 2 left. Okay, I'll save my favorite one for last, but my second to favorite is this DC Direct, Alex Ross. Justice Superman. So this is they did a Kingdom Come line from DC Direct, and the Superman they released in there kind of sucks. It wasn't a very good Kingdom Come Superman. It was really awkward. It was basically the statue they had released but made into an action figure, so it was really weird. This one came out years later as part of the JSA line. Yeah, it was the Alex Ross JSA line. So this is when he showed up in the JSA comics in modern continuity. But as you can see, the head sculpt on that guy is ridiculous. You know? Yeah, see, Rob's got the first version.
What is that?
Dude, Rob, you don't have this version. You got to go order it right now, buddy. But look at that pack. Look at that. Look at this, dude.
That is beautiful.
It's beautiful. Then the S. I love that Superman logo. It's just a beautiful, perfect Superman figure. You know, like again, this is where DC Direct was lacking with articulation.
I was about to say, where's the articulation?
There's not much, dude. This is not made for articulation. It doesn't move around much. Definitely no ab crunch. No real. It's got a little bit of shoulder movement, but dude, this is just like it stepped out of the comic book. Dude.
When was that released initially?
I mean, at least 12 to 15 years ago, I think.
Okay, but that's understandable though, because like I mean, the figure like sculpt, the articulation. He said he's on eBay right now.
Yes, dude. Rob, let's know how much that one is on eBay once you find it.
It must be nice, Rob, just to go on eBay and buy a figure that you just want.
I know, right? Jeez, dude. That's what you get for living in in Pennsylvania. You can have a nice, healthy cost of living. But anyways, those are my own.
That head sculpt's beautiful though.
It's gorgeous, dude. It's really gorgeous.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, last one.
Okay, last.
This is my favorite one. This is the DC Direct Brainiac 13 figure.
Whoa, what is that?
So, dude, this is very dear to me because this came out in like 2001, right after. So this was the part of the Y2K story in Superman. This is exactly. Oh, dude, only $30, bro. Go buy that, Rob. But this was. I just love in the comic book. It was a computerized Brainiac. So they used computer graphics for him. And I just love that this is exactly what you saw in the comics. And I just love Brainiac, first of all, as he's like my favorite Superman villain. And then I just love this design. I just dig it. It's just so cool. But yeah, this is my favorite. This is still my favorite DC Direct figure, I got to say. This is like I love everything about it. The design, the execution, the colors. So there it is, dude. That's
are the tentacles articulated or no? They sculpt.
Oh yeah. So you can move them around a little bit.
Oh, I thought you broke it off or something.
Oh no. That'd be sad. I start crying. Start weeping. No, you could actually take the tentacles off. So there he is without the tentacles, right?
Well, I
There.
mean, can the tentacles like move though? Is it like a?
They can, yeah. It's like a. Sorry.
I think
Yeah,
like
you can
the
move them
bendy
around.
wire.
Yeah, it's a bit exactly. There you go.
Wow, that's
They're a bendy wire. So it's a very cool figure. And actually, hold on one sec. I made a reel about
an
this
honorable
the other
mention
day.
right here. What is this one? We got a special one.
Well, so actually, I like this figure so much. I actually bought an
One
in-box
to
version
keep in
of it.
case.
Just to keep one. Because I love this figure so much. So I thought this is the only figure that I have in a packaging that I keep on the wall over there. But there it is in the classic packaging. Here it is. You know, the figures that are also released in that line.
Oh wow.
Yeah. This is some OG DC Direct stuff right here.
See, if you, Rob said, sorry, the ugly one is 30, yours is 100.
There we go. That's better, dude. That's better. I feel better about myself now. I don't know why.
See, if you didn't throw out the box of the original one, you wouldn't have to buy another.
Hey, how dare you? How dare you use that logic on me?
I'm exactly like that too, man. Like whatever figure I really like, I buy multiples of, and
yeah,
it's taken over our closet.
Dude, I try not to because, like, again, it just becomes like very quickly like fuck, you know.
Yeah,
I was thinking about like buying like an inbox version of one from Mattel, one from DC Direct, a McFarlane one, just to sort of show the packaging evolution. Mm-hmm. But like DC Direct, the great thing about DC Direct, dude, I loved is that each new series they had completely different packaging art for everything they released. So all these figures you see in the back here, they all had different packaging. There was no uniform packaging. So it's almost like you got a new series of figures like every month. And they only started doing like uniform packaging when they did the New 52 line and then DC Essentials. That's when they started basically using the same type of packaging. But other than that, all the card art was different for DC Direct. And it was beautiful. They did some really beautiful card art. So that's some super nerdy DC Direct facts.
With that version of Brainiac, what year did that storyline come out?
It was 2000, the year 2000, Y2K.
I thought it would have been previously, like 99, 97.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, it was probably like 99, maybe. You're right. It probably like 99 or probably right before.
Does he come with like a software installation update from like AOL, like a floppy disk?
I like that. That would have been a cool tie-in.
I like that design of Brainiac just because I'm a huge nostalgic blockbuster. I'm a fan of anything 90s, early 2000s.
Oh,
so
dude.
I like that design of Brainiac.
Right. It's totally like a 90s, like super like 2000 looking, you know, version of Brainiac. And it's like, I also like it's so simple, the face, you know? Yeah, I love this figure, dude. It's a beautiful figure.
So what is it about Brainiac that's your favorite superhero?
I have no idea, dude. It's just like, you know, I love his design. I love his, like, you know, how he's been portrayed in the comic books and the cartoons, especially in like Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah,
you know,
like, yeah, I remember that. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh, dude, he was so cool. I lost one of the tentacles. It's here somewhere. I'll find it. But he was just so cool. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, good. My bad.
I just love him, dude. I love him in the Injustice game, the way they portray him in that. I'm really hoping McFarlane does like an Injustice 2 Brainiac. You know, have you played Injustice, Pac? Have you ever played it before?
I played it for the Xbox 360 because my best friend had it, like the old school Injustice game, but I'm not up to date yet. No.
Bro, you need to get it. I mean, it's cheap. It's like $20 now for Injustice 2. So like probably less, dude. Yeah, if you have a PS4, I think it's probably on Xbox as well. Highly recommend it, bro. It's a great game.
Maybe because I found out Gotham Knights isn't available for PS4.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta get a PS5. But yeah, I mean, that Brainiac figure is dope. I was so sure you'd say like Bizarro or maybe Lobo would be your favorite Superman villain.
No, I love Luthor, of course, but Brainiac I think is the best. I love Doomsday. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Yeah, let's do an honorable mention or two, dude. You know what? We're here, dude.
Yeah, so you're a fan of mainly Superman, right? I gotta ask, how did you feel about Jesse Eisenberg being casted as Lex Luthor?
Bro, I love it, dude. I love him. What? You know what I mean? Bro, listen, I am so open-minded towards everything. Probably, like my wife says I'm not critical of anything. She's probably right. But I'm like, I'm so cool with them like doing weird takes, like hiring like people you wouldn't think. Like Jesse Eisenberg, he was not my favorite Lex. Like I love Michael Rosenbaum from Smallville.
Yeah.
He's my favorite Lex, but I thought Jesse was fine. Like I can't say like it was amazing. I thought he was fine for BVS though. You know, Here's an honorable mention. There's the Mattel
Steel.
DC Universe Classic Steel. There's a regular non-metallic version, and there's this version. But yeah,
Wow.
dude, again, look at that sculpt. I mean, look at that sculpt. This is like straight from the comic books. Like, yeah.
And if you comment right now, Asoka is going to be giving this away for free.
Sure.
No, dude,
never.
Did you have the Shaq steel figures?
No, dude. I should have gotten that, dude. I mean, in theory, that should have worked, kind of. Like, Shaq's a big dude.
He's a big Superman fan. He's got the tattoos.
Superman. Yeah, I'm like, man, that could have. Then it was the '90s, and they didn't have budgets, and like, it was. Yeah, it's a bad call.
The DC UC steel is nice. I'm holding out hope that maybe McFarlane might make one. I saw Mafex is making one, but
yeah, now, is it Mafex or is it Mafex? I always say Mafex.
Either or, honestly. I say Mafex because I said Mafex one time. Someone's like, "No, it's Mafex." I'm like, all right, whatever. Mafex.
Dude, I feel like I should be saying Mafex. I might as well saying that. Yeah. But yeah, dude, I think McFarlane will get to him. I think McFarlane, like, they have just you can tell from their latest releases, like the last, I don't know, 7 figures that I got from McFarlane I bought. Only one of them was Batman related, the Arkham Knight. You had like Wally West, Godspeed. You had like
the
Grifter. You had Green Arrow, Reverse Flash. Like, dude, like, it's funny because look, there's no Batman figures in there, so no one's complaining anymore. But it's like, you can tell they're definitely starting to expand, I think, the universe a little bit. Batman should be Batman heavy because, like, I love Batman. He's my second favorite next to Superman. And I have like, I don't know, 150 Batman figures, so I will keep buying them. But like now, dude, I'm so excited for McFarlane and the amount of figures they're releasing, and the rumored figures we've heard that they're gonna do from those leaks. Like, dude, the Superpowers leak. I'm sure you saw that.
I was about to ask you when you were showcasing the 3 1/4 inch figures. I was like, what if they come out with that 5-inch line of like vintage Superpowers?
Oh, dude, I'll buy them. I mean, it's like I'm all about that. Anything DC these days, I'll buy. Like, as far as like action figures go, like, and especially if they're affordable, even better. I mean, I do buy the Mafex figures, and they are quite pricey.
It's Mafex, dude.
The Mafex. It's quite pricey.
Do you because I know you said you used to have Legends. Did you have like Toys era or Hasbro, or a mix of both when you did have Legends?
I did, bro. I used to have all the Hasbro stuff, all the Toy Biz stuff. I used to have the DC superhero figures. I have one Hasbro figure left from
one left.
One. I have a Connor Hawk from the Total Justice line. So this Green Arrow's son. The only reason I have this is because they never made this. Like, Mattel never made a version of Connor Hawk. DC Direct never made a version of Connor Hawk. So this is like really the only Connor Hawk action figure I think ever made. Really.
Is there a reason why they don't want to?
I don't know, dude. It's weird, but like Mattel made like really obscure characters like Apache Chief, like, really, I can't even, some of the figures I have, I don't even know their names from Mattel. I don't know why they never made Connor Hawk. I don't know why DC Direct didn't either, because they went super deep. But this is, I hope McFarlane does a updated Connor Hawk figure,
Do you have any
Spin Master? No, the only Spin Master figure I have the Spin Master Batmobile from the Batman movie.
Okay.
That just came out. I don't even have a display, but I ran out of space. But Spin Master, it's just I like them, but it's just, again, like, I was just trying to be good about spending money on, like, it's a lot of stuff, dude. But I know I just contradict myself. Yeah, I know, right? But I'm like, I'm going to buy all those McFarlane superpowers. So yeah, I don't really have a good reason for not collecting Spin Master. I have a few of them, but I just I didn't go down that rabbit hole yet.
Some of them, I picked up and reviewed the Batman movie Spin Master figures. There's definitely a fun factor to it. Like, if you're a kid, and the nostalgia was there. Like, I like them, but there was a really cool Batmobile they made and sold at Costco, I think 2 years ago. It was for a 12-inch line, but
yes, that was super cool, dude.
Yeah, did you ever pick that up?
I didn't pick it up. I have no room, dude. Like, I had all the Kenner Batmobiles. I sold them all. I have one Batmobile left, really. I have the Spin Master one, then I have the animated Batmobile from the DC Direct line, and then I have...
Is this for the movie?
I have this
Oh, the
guy.
Batmobiles.
I have the Batmobiles, which is ridiculous. Like, look at this thing. It's so freaking ridiculous, dude. It's so awesome. So I have this guy on the floor in the shed. So like, yeah, dude, it's crazy, dude. I mean, I still have my eye on the Hot Toys Keaton Batmobile. Like that's $1,200. That's just way too over budget for me to, really get responsibly. Like I have my limits, bro. Like Hot Toys is pushing it at like, $300 a pop. But like I justified it as I buy them a couple of times a year, and that's really it. I mean, I really shouldn't be buying those either, dude. They're really expensive.
When I saw your like the collector shed tour, was it from '97 Batman with Val Kilmer, the Batmobile you had, or was it?
Oh yeah, that was the Jada Toys Batman Forever Batmobile. That's like my favorite Batmobile.
Like, if that's a Batman and Robin movie.
Dude, I love the Batman and Robin Batmobile, dude. That's like, dude, listen, the movie. Hey, I'm not gonna try debate the movie with you. It's terrible.
No.
The Batmobile, bro, is so freaking dope. It's like the design of that Batmobile is just sick. Like,
true,
and of course, Jada Toys, they really upset me because they literally released every movie Batmobile except that Batmobile. Like, so they skipped over. They went to Batman Forever, did the Dark Knight Batmobile, then did the Batman Batmobile, but totally skipped over. So there's where my OCD comes into play because I'm like, okay, you have every Batmobile except one, so I stopped collecting all of them. It was like,
that was what did it. Just the one that didn't.
That's what did it, bro.
Wow.
That's what did it. Because I'm like, well, like now I can't display them because there's one glaring omission, and I love that Batmobile too. Whereas Hot Wheels, they release all the Batmobiles, so you can't see it. But back there, I have like a shelf of Batmobiles from.
Is it the white shelf? Let's see if I do so. Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Oh, you know what? Here, if you see, yeah, it's right behind the
is.
Enterprise. Those are all my Batmobiles from Hot Wheels. And they released everything. They have all the Batmobiles from all the movies, so it's a beautiful collection of Batmobiles. So like, yeah, Jada Toys, dude. It's cheaper. And like, actually, when I was at Toy Fair that year, when I saw McFarlane, I went up to their booth and I asked them about it, and they knew what I was talking. Like, yeah, we had started working on it, but then we decided we had to work on other things. So they basically skipped over it.
No,
they did.
Well, that's why I was like, I was okay with the collective Batmobile wave, like before the figure.
Yeah.
Right before you did the first one. Because I wanted them to do the Michael Keaton Batmobile because remember how it splits and he drives
dude, that would have been awesome.
The building. That's what I wanted. But
that is something I would love to get from the Kenner line is that Batmobile. Like the one that is the Bat missile in the middle of it. So dude, let me ask you this. You're 32, right?
33, yeah.
33. So like for you is like Michael Keaton your Batman? Like you weren't how old were you when that came out?
The first one, the 89, I was one. Yeah. But here's the thing. I remember in 92 that Batman Returns came out?
Yeah.
I don't remember, but I remember we had this is how old we are, y'all. Blockbuster. I had the VHS tape of 89 Batman, and I also had the original, what is it called? The vinyl of Batman 89. My dad
Laserdisc?
Yeah, my dad would play it over and over, and I had
that's awesome.
Batman. So that's even though like it's before that, like that was my Batman. And then when I was old enough to understand, like when we went to the movies, we saw Batman Forever. I was like, "Where's Michael Keaton at?" I didn't know about recasting, so I was like,
"I know, right?" But I mean, that last guy, that's cool. I'm glad he got a love for the Keaton stuff. He's still my Batman. He's still my favorite. Like I love all the Batmans, obviously. But yeah, Keaton he's the best in my opinion. I love his suit. The 89 suit is still my favorite suit.
Yeah. That's the I know everyone's been waiting for the Mezco version of this, but I'm fine with the NECA version of this, honestly.
Oh, dude, that's a beautiful version, dude. I have my here. Let me grab him. I'm not trying to one up you or anything here.
Here we go. Go ahead. Pull out your Hot Toys, dude.
Yeah, I just got you, buddy. I'm sorry.
There you go.
I'm trying to like go, hey. Yeah, dude. This was like, and this is a custom cape I got off eBay. So like, it's not even the standard cape. This is a work of art, dude. Let me tell you something.
That's not a standard cape.
No. The standard cape is really wrinkly. So this is like a custom cape from some eBay seller. But yeah, dude, this is like legit, like just unbelievable, bro. Look at the bodysuit. The only thing, dude, is with any Hot Toys figure, And Rob, I do agree with that comment. I do like the return suit. But I love the '89 like fake muscle suit personally. But dude, Hot Toys are so freaking fragile, bro. Like you don't want to move them around too much. Like
What,
I don't know.
like get like a crease built in there and stuff like that?
They don't get creases, but let me just put this guy back up. They just get very you can snap them pretty easily. You know, like yes, the bodies are pretty you know, you can you can move the bodies around, but the costumes on top of them, you always feel like you're about to crack it. Rob has a Captain America and from Hot Toys, and I think another one. But yeah,
Spider-Man. He just got the Spider-Man.
There you go, Spider. Yep. Like Christopher Reeve is pretty good. Like his costume is just cloth. You can like, you know, you can move him around.
So it's easy
easily.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever get the Mezco one that came out? I think last year.
I do, man. It's adorable.
You're gonna pull it off the shelf.
Yeah, let me pull it off the shelf, dude. You know, yeah, it's so cute, dude. Look at the little Mezco guy.
Was it like take your kid to work? It's like
You're like it's just so sweet, dude. I mean, this is the thing. I like this figure a lot. But
wait. Before you talk, do you have the NECA version now? I want to see you.
Oh, I do, but he's not displayed though, dude. I'm sorry. I do have it. He's just not displayed. But like this is like one of the problems I have with Mezco. He looks a little dinky. You know what I mean?
He looks like Amigo.
He looks like a little Amigo. You know what I mean? It's like Dr. Fate doesn't suffer from that problem, but I feel like the Superman does. It's still a really awesome Christopher Reeve Superman. I mean, I'm gonna take it. And dude, the display that it came with is the Fortress panel here.
Yeah,
like this is freaking phenomenal, dude. This is like hell yeah, dude. I love this whole dude. This is amazing. So it's worth it for that alone. But yeah, it's a cute figure. Dude. It's pretty cute. You know,
you have money when you buy a figure just for the accessory.
Hey, listen, buddy.
Throw the box out.
Actually, I kept the box because it was a tin. It came in a tin.
Oh,
like an actual like
have the tins.
Yeah, so that was I couldn't get rid of that. I'm like, fuck, it's metal. You know what I mean? Like I felt really crappy, so I used it to store stuff. It's in the garage though, but yeah.
Well, I mean, before we move on, thanks for sharing your list. Is there? I think you kind of already explained it. I was going to ask, was there one figure you'd want to see done or remade? Well,
there's actually another one. It's one that's never been made except in the Mattel 5-inch line is Wave Rider. It's a super obscure 90s character. Rob knows them all too well. I don't have a comic book handy that actually I do. Hold on, give me one sec. Where is it? I don't want to waste too much time looking for it. But
no, you're good. If not, I can get.
I mean, you could probably. I mean, I know. I just wanted to show you though.
Yeah, it's just not the same.
It's not the same, bro. Like I want to show it to you on camera, but I can't find anything, dude. I got to alphabetize these comic books or something. Dang it! Oh wait, here we go.
Oh, you found it. Rob said
I found it. I got it. Hold on, I got it. So it is. I'm finding a picture. Oh, there you go. Hold on. One more second.
I swear it's here.
It's in this comic. Okay, here we go. There he is. So that guy, that's Wave Rider. He's a time-traveling hero from the 90s, and he played a big part. And see, Rob knows. Dude, it's a Wave Rider and Monarch. That's like, this was a huge part of the 90s. He was like, I can't even explain it, dude. Like, this guy was in so many comics in the 90s, and he was instrumental in 0 Hour and another series called Armageddon, 2001. Like, this comic, 0 Hour, is a freaking fantastic comic book. Dan Jurgens, Jerry Ordway, classic 90s stuff, dude. So, anyways, Wave Rider is the one figure that I might have to stop collecting after they make that one, bro. That'll be a wrap. Once they make Wave Rider.
If or when you have another interview, you should just throw that in there with Todd. Like, could you make a Wave Rider?
I know, dude. I feel so dumb asking him stuff like that. I'm like, it's not McFarlane. I'm like, hey, bro, can you make a Wave Rider figure? You know what I mean? It's like, like, come on.
Just use some like obscure poll. It's like 98% said they would buy a Wave Rider figure.
Ooh, I like that, dude. Pac. I like that, dude. Phony statistics.
Yeah.
You know, I like that a lot.
Well, yeah, I appreciate you sharing that and the figures that you want to be made.
Would love to.
Wave Rider. Now we're gonna go to the main event. I'm joking and hot tech.
Oh, there he is, Rob D Toys. Never sleeps. He's like a vampire. Look at him. You know, he's always up. You know, it's like 10:30 on the East Coast, and he's like still going strong, bro. Working hard, dude. Working
I did want to bring this up because it did recently get announced. Was it today or yesterday? I think the Black Adam figure. So there was 2 that was announced. So what are your all thoughts? I think the head sculpt. There's Ahsoka's comment right there.
Oh yeah, look at that, dude. Gotta support McFarlane, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think the head sculpt looks great on this thing, man.
Bro, it's fantastic, dude. It looks like The Rock. I mean, I saw the trailer today. This might be one of their best figures. Rob, what do you think, dude?
Yeah, totally. I love the texture, especially like in the emblem. And I think they just nailed it. It probably has one of the best likenesses out of all of their line. Exactly. Probably up there with Ray Fisher. The hooded one, I think I like even better.
Yeah.
But I just wish that, like, obviously it's probably going to be 2 figures, but I wish that the cape was just removable and that'd be that. But
I like both. Yeah. So when I first saw this, the first thing I zoomed in on was there's no ball joints on there. It's straight hinge. So it's like he's figuring out a way to engineer it now where you don't always have a ball
now,
joint.
Is it me or is the black of the costumes too different between the first one and that one? And the emblem's different too. Because if you go back to the I guess it does hang off a little bit, but
the emblem
I think it just looks richer. I don't know. And like the emblem has like more of a white in the center compared to the other one.
I wonder if one's going to be light up like the hazmat. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, I think it's the angle, Rob.
Okay.
I mean, it would be nice if they're at least slightly different other than just the hood. Yeah. You know, but like you said, it'd be cool if they just, give the hood as an accessory for the first figure. But they got to do what they got to do. They got to pay for all this.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they got to pay for this tooling somehow. And I love the diorama. Whoever's doing this stuff for McFarlane is. Look at that. Look at that diorama, dude, and the hovering effect.
Yeah, I do want to see if they're gonna make a Dr. Fate one, like a movie one, with a Pierce Brosnan likeness to it. Put him on a suited body. There's James Bond right there.
Dude, I love in the trailer the Dr. Fate, his magic, the way they portrayed like that glassy, like you saw, like it was great. I was wondering what they're gonna do, but Doctor Strange kind of like, really set the bar high with how magic is displayed. But I love how Dr. Fate is something different. Can't wait to see more of that in the movie, what they do with that.
Yeah. I am hoping that Black Adam does fight the Justice Society though.
I think he's got to. I mean, that's just like straight from the comic books that he's like there. It's funny, he's like an antagonist, but then he joins them eventually.
I think by the end ISIS is gonna be in it as well.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, dude. I think that's who the girl is. I think that's who she ends up being.
Yeah, I have that feeling too.
No, it's gonna be great, dude. I'm excited, dude. And the nice thing is The Rock has not been arrested in Hawaii like our boy Ezra in the Flash movie. I'm still concerned about that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude. Ezra, keep it clean, bro, until the movie's released. Don't F up that movie. You got Michael Keaton coming back as Batman. Do not get.
Dude, it got pushed back, didn't it? Like the next.
It did, but like I heard that's more for FX reasons. But I'm like, listen, I know there's people involved, obviously, that he's heard and all that, but dude, don't mess up that movie for us DC fans. We don't got much.
They say that it's like the best DC movie, don't they?
Exactly. The testing's been great.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, guys. We get, dude, it never goes well for us DC fans. It just doesn't in the movie world. It's just, dude, it's so inconsistent. Like, you get a hit, you get a win. Look at Amber Heard. I like yours, Mira. Now she's probably out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
I think they've even said it's like, she's only in the movie for 10 minutes. We promise.
And Mira is like one of my all-time. She is my favorite female character from DC.
Dude, exactly. I'm less upset about Amber Heard not being in it than the character of Mira not being in it.
Exactly.
Right? It's like, dude, she's like such a great female character. I mean, dang. But anyway, sorry.
I also wanted to ask too, because like I know it was probably a little bit while back, but the page punchers for the 7-inch was announced. Hey, whose photo is that?
Look at this guy, freaking unbelievable.
Dude. Let me unlike this.
Oh yeah, look at him, Rob. Give me pictures on McFarlane's feed. Jeez, dude.
Yeah, I was talking to some of my friends. I am excited for this because I'm hoping this will lead to like a Watchmen page puncher series. So we get like a Rorschach or something like that. But like for people who are like asking, like, when do we get classic this? I think this is one avenue because it's technically direct. You know what I mean? Like this.
Right.
Yeah,
it's very interesting how they're handling this DC Direct offshoot. Like, will we not be seeing these in retail then? Like, are they only going to be available like on on e-commerce sites and things like that?
I could see this being in that special Target aisle.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
True.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah, that's cool.
The Constantine is like phenomenal. That, I mean, especially with I'm hoping Sandman. I mean, that's coming up. So
that's right. It'd be awesome if they did some figures from that, and that show looks amazing.
Yeah,
no, that'd be awesome, dude. I'm excited for these. They look great.
Yeah. It's all we need some more Dark Knight's metal. No, just
please be done with Dark Knight's metal.
I mean, they went really deep with Dark Knight's metal, man.
It's time for it to be put to bed.
Yeah, I'm glad they did. I like the Superwoman.
Yeah, me too. Like, I want to find her soon. I don't know if she hit the East Coast yet.
We'll see if we get it before Asoka, but usually the West Coast gets it, man. Like, but wait, you found the Ultraman before him, right?
Dude, Rob found like that whole mythical Walmart end capped. Yeah, the one that had like the Zod and the Future State Batman and like those 20 figures. He found that before all of us, dude.
I just kept going to Walmart every morning.
Dude, it paid off, dude. Yeah, the West Coast is interesting. I just don't have time to hunt anymore. Otherwise, I'd look more, but I mean, it's weird that she's not even available for pre-order yet on the Target website. Weird. So I'm like, okay.
Who do you think the other two figures are in this collective build with? Because I think it's going like the same approach as the Batman Beyond one, where it's like throughout the year.
Owlman for sure. It's Batman related. And then I would think probably either Power Ring or the Flash guy. I forgot his name. Who's the Flash in that world, Rob? Do you remember?
I don't know.
Sorry, Pac, we're failing.
No,
DC ambassadors.
You guys are carrying this.
He's like, why did I bring these guys on the show for?
Like,
I'm not a Brad at. Is Brad? No, he'll be feeling better. I saw.
Bro, we need to get Brad involved, bro. Brad is.
Dude, if we could get Brad, that would be the ultimate live stream.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen. I can have.
Dude, let's get him, dude. Let's do it. Brad's awesome. He's like the Sean Connery of DC ambassadors. Like, he's in his own level. You know what I mean?
His intro stuck in my head. DC multiverse.
Dude, his videos are so good. Holy crap, dude.
I watch it like crack.
Yeah, too. You know what I mean? His little outtakes and then like he's so creative, that guy.
His WB animation for the no guns.
Yeah.
I laugh every single time. I love it.
I love when he gets artsy, like he did that one video in like black and white because he had that version, that one McFarlane figure in black and white, so he did the whole video like that. It was brilliant. Listen, guys, I'm sorry, I gotta run. I gotta go take care of the child. Pac, look at this. We went an hour, dude.
Oh yeah, sorry guys, I'm gonna go over, but yeah.
Well, no, it's all right, dude. It's all right, man.
We'll have to set something up to have Rob on here to complete the trifecta.
We do, dude.
But it's nice to have two of the DC collector icons on my show today.
So kind, bro. So kind, dude.
And I don't know if you've checked out his stuff yet, but also I think lately, like one of the newcomers, I think From Before Figs is also starting to become like one of my new favorite channels too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he does like DC stuff as well. So maybe we get all four of y'all in here or something.
No, bro, we don't want the competition, Pac. How dare you?
Oh my god.
Jeez, dude.
While you guys talk about DC, I'll just talk about Marvel Legends.
No, man, no. I would love to check out. We love talking to new collectors, man. It's a great community. I made some friends on here, so the more the merrier. You know what I mean? It's just nice to have a safe place.
It is.
About action figures.
Again, thank you again for joining me, Asoka and Rob. Thanks for the hot tag at the end. Sorry for throwing you on earlier, man. I saw you.
Dude.
Sorry, I didn't mean to like commandeer your show.
He's still just a little attention whore, dude. He's like, oh, get on the show. Yeah.
But dude. Thank
you, Pac, for doing this, man. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for organizing it. You're a great host. You're a great interviewer. I like what's happening. Well done, sir. Well done.
That means a lot, man. Thank you guys so much.
You're awesome, man.
Thanks for the people participating, also in the chat and also watching.
Yeah.
I'm PacPhotos. That's Asoka The Geek and Rob D Toys. We'll see you all later. Peace.
Take care, guys. Have a good night.